So today we're gonna show you guys our stuff we have for survival or in case an emergency happens.
Okay, basically what we're trying to do is we were trying to figure out if there was a disaster or an event to where we had to leave our home and we had to take shelter in other places, what we could do or what we could buy that was convenient enough to sustain us for however long it would take. We bought a few items so far. Show you exactly what it is that we bought here. Of course, we bought two of everything, one for me and one for my wife here. We came across online some of the military duffel bags with the straps for like backpack, and it turns into pretty much like a backpack. It's pretty high. It's about what did you say, about 3 feet? About 3 feet high. About 3 feet high. It opens from the top. You place your stuff inside. So we bought two of those. In that, we also we figured, okay, well, let's stock it with stuff that we're going to need. Of course, we started off with food, okay? Because, of course, you're going to have to eat. We did some investigation on the military rations, the MREs. Yeah, I have them duct taped up. They're actually single pack. It's one single pack. It's about this thick, so there's two stuck here together.
So it's easier to keep it together so it won't be all messy in our bags.
Yeah, so we wanted to duct tape it together so that it's not a bunch of stuff just bumbling around in there. Plus, I figured later if we need the tape for whatever reason, we have it. We did research on the MREs. MREs compared to civilian ones, you get a lot more. That's why we went with this. We have a 12-day ration, which is 6 for me, 6 for her. So there's 12 days. There's 12 days there. We could probably actually get almost a month out of it because you get so much food in here with one of them that you could actually. But then again,
if it's a month, is it still going to be good? Like, how are you going to warm up half of it and then do the other half?
You might just add water.
You think it'll still work?
I sure would think so. Well, see, that's something else we'd have to question. We've never actually did this, opened them and tried them. All the research we've done is on YouTube, and you could look at link. I don't have a link for you, but you can look it up. Just type in MRE, and there's a couple of guys I know on there that had them on there that showed them. That they were doing the MREs and how much actual food that's in there. That's why
it's a lot of food.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Even you get coffees, and you get drinks, and you get snacks like gums or little candies for after dinner stuff. So I mean, you get a lot. It costs a lot more, but you get more. And you could actually probably, if really needed to, you could probably stretch it out a lot longer than the civilian ones could. So, in my opinion, I think this is why we went with these, is because, we're thinking the more the better, So anyway, we got the rations.
Did you say that it needs only a little bit of water?
Oh yeah, definitely. This and with this one, we were looking because we looked up the ones like in Walmart and the camping section, and one of them said that you had to add boiling water and then you let it sit and then you could eat it. Well, we were thinking, well, what if there's no water or there's very little water? We don't want to waste all our water on trying to make food. We want to, save our water as much as we could. So with this, we only use an ounce to put in the heater, which activates to warm your food. So which it takes a lot less water for this, which is also a big saver for you, because you definitely need water to survive. You could go without food, but you definitely need water. Speaking of water, we bought some canteens. We got these here, plastic ones. With the cover, military covers here. Basically, we got the covers because, well, got the little clips. You want to be able to clip them on our pants or bags or wherever we can clip them to. We got plastic ones. We're looking into getting the aluminum ones. And the aluminum ones don't smell. These smell like plastic. I'm sure when water's in there, it's going to taste like plastic. And the Lumos may taste like aluminum. Who knows? But
Probably smells better. But then again, who cares?
my dad had one, real military one, aluminum, when I was a kid, and I just like them better. I figure too, if it's aluminum and you need to use it as a SOS kind of thing, you know, the metal would probably be a lot more convenient than a plastic one. In the little things we got, we have a pouch here. So we were thinking, okay, well, we have our canteen, we got our water. What happens if we're out searching or whatever and we happen to get away from our bags? Not able to get to our bags where we have all our supplies. This little pouch we've inputted, we've placed in there some Coleman matches. We got a 6-pack.
Waterproof.
The waterproof ones at that. We got a pack of 6, I believe, and it's 50 matches in each. So there's
They're
a lot
pretty
of
cheap. How
matches.
much was it? Like $2 for?
Yeah, it was not much at all.
Like
I'm gonna say
4 or
under
6 of them?
$5. Under $5, you got like 6 packs. So you know, that way it's a good idea. We were like, okay, well, this is perfect because if we're away from our bags, unable to get to what we need to get to, at least we'll have fire and water. You know. So we got that. And we also went down and we were looking because we had a lot of odds and ends of stuff we wanted to put in our bag. And we were looking at the militaries. We wanted to get the metal ones, and I'm sure a lot of people know what we're talking about when we see the metal ammo military ones. You know, they're sturdy, they're still, they're perfect. But they're kind of heavy. And when you're trying to carry around, now if you're in the military, you're used to carrying hundreds of pounds on your back. As you can tell, we're not used to carrying hundreds of pounds on our back, except for our own selves. So, so we found this. This was just at an a gun shop, actually, sporting goods shop that sold guns. Ammo box.
It was only how much?
$7.99.
$7.99.
$7.99. It actually
It's a good
came
size.
Good size. Cut out a piece of cardboard, stick on top. We can use that as, you know, for fire if you want to start a fire or whatever. Carries all our little supplies. Here's some of the matches, the Coleman matches I was telling you about. Oh, there's only 40. Excuse me. There's only 40 matches per box, not 50, but even still 40 matches, and you got 6 boxes, so that's 120 or 240 matches. So, and then we also ordered online some extra waterproof matches, so we definitely can have fire.
For sure.
You know, because our fire starting skills are none. So that's what I'm saying when I said you gotta have to make your kits for you. Sunblock may not be very important to a lot of people, but if you're white, light complected, definitely need sunblock. May not need a lot. You know, you don't want to carry a big old gallon of it. You're probably going to try to stay covered up, but you know, a little thing of it put on your face, little places that are going to be exposed, that will help. That will help probably a lot. You know, then we were thinking, well, what happens, you know, like if we get away from our gear, we're away from our gear again, or we just find a river or lake or something and we don't want to have to lug all our stuff over there, but you know, we want to get away and go to, you know, so we found this. This was in the sporting goods sections of Walmart. It's a cell phone dry box. It's supposed to keep your cell phone. It's got a little clip here. You can clip it on your belt or whatever. And it just unseals. It's got a little seal here. And pretty much what we've done with this is we've put 2 boxes of matches. A little Ziploc bag with some cotton balls in there. In case we need to start a fire, then we can use the cotton balls and that. And we also have some hooks with some sinkers there, some weights, and we have 2
nail glues
there. And that's basically the nail glues, you know,
for my nails that I use.
multi-purpose use there, you know, your skin, your fabric, whatever needs to be repaired. We have that there. So we figure.
Did you say the weights too?
Yeah, we have little weights in there.
That's for fishing.
That's for the fishing. So in case, you know, we have it by a river or lake or something, we can just basically grab this, head down where we need to go, and we have a way to start fire, cook the fish on site. You know, and have all our stuff in just this one little handy box. You know, something light, convenient, easy to grab and go with that. We're starting another kit. We're still not sure what we're going to do with this. It's just little odds and ends on this part, but all this is a soap container. We got at Walmart. I think it was like 99 cents or something like that. Little easy thing, keep little stuff in, keeps everything together. We have our water pills, you know, to kind of purify the water there. I think that was like, what, $7 maybe?
Yeah,
$7 or something like that. It's you're supposed to drop them in your water. It's supposed to be about 4 hours, and then it's able to drink.
But it's not something that you can continuously drink. It's like only for an emergency.
Emergency, yeah.
So whatever it has in it.
Exactly. It's, you know, I'm sure it's got price stuff in there, chemicals, something you're not supposed to have long exposure to. But we're looking into getting the filtration straw to maybe kind of substitute that, so that drink this only when we're not near, you know, an able source of water. We got some magnets, those little round magnets, got a whole bunch of stuff like stuck to it we're going to use or could possibly use. So it's basically just 4 round magnets we're using on there. We have these little jewelry, I think they were jewelry, were they jewelry pins or
the
or whatever?
eye pins.
I don't know if you can see
pins.
it there, but
Hold on, let me put it close up.
okay. It's pretty much just a hole, you know, you got the eye hole.
It's the findings.
Yeah.
Jewelry.
And I figure with these, who knows, you could probably make a hook if needed to for fishing, or, you know, maybe even use it for a weapon, or, you know, if you needed a needle to suture something or whatever. We have some more fishing wire. The fishing wire that was in with the hooks is not that long, so this would be something else in case you needed deeper water to get to. Okay, that's in that. Hand warmers, we have some hand warmers. You just expose it to the air and it reheats itself, activates. Good to have, you know, if it's cold, put in your hands, in your gloves or your boots, just in your bedding if you're cold at night. We got a few glow sticks. We got yellow, which these 2 yellow ones last about 12 hours. Coleman one, which
I think it's like 6 or 8 hours. The other one.
The Coleman, a 6 or 8 hour
Yeah.
green one here. So we got 2 yellow and a green for camp. Basically, you know, you're not going to have a light. We're going to look into getting a flashlight, a good flashlight, but you know, this would be good right here. You can never go wrong with glow sticks. May run into a rave out there or something. This right here is just a bunch of little, it's Ziploc bags actually. It's a couple of, I want to say they're the sandwich bags or the quart bags. I'm not quite
I think
sure.
quart.
The quart ones, okay. I just have a few of these rolled up in here. You never go wrong with some Ziploc bags. You know, whether it be you're throwing your trash in there or, you know, your toiletry stuff in there that you need, you know, that you don't want just to leave laying about in your camp. You know, this would be trash, any trash or anything like that. This would be
Or leftover food.
Yeah, anything, you know, something dirty that's, you know, maybe you got a wound and you don't want to just throw it in your bag. You want to put it somewhere where it's going to stay halfway clean. You could put it in a Ziploc bag. Have a couple of extra bottles of medication that's needed. We have a wooden wedge. We got a pack of these at Home Depot. Didn't cost much. There's little wood wedges. Let's see. Could be good for, you know, if you needed to start a fire. Maybe you need to prop it up underneath something to get underneath to lift it. It'd be a little good stick here. Okay.
And our tent.
And then
Oh, that's
we
that.
just have a couple extra. This is off a boot box. And pretty much it's just to put in the bag to get everything a level, more firmer, structured
On the bottom of the
on
bag.
the bottom. You know, just so that things aren't all over the place. The only thing left is the tent. Got this tent. Had it for about a couple years already. Don't camp.
But that's good, we got it.
don't camp. I actually got it from my job as a reward thing, so I was like, okay, take it. It says 2 people, sleeper. And at first I was skeptic because, as you could tell, I'm a very large person. So I'm thinking, okay, a 2 normal person sleeping, yes. Me, maybe just for me. Like I said, we never camped, we never put a tent up, so we decided that we were going to go and we're going to put this tent up just to see how long it would take us in case it did happen, so we could basically get a general idea of how this tent was to work and exactly how much room we had.
So we set it up in our living room.
So we set it up in our living room, and to tell you the truth, it is a great tent.
That's pretty fast.
It's for 2 people who's never did a tent, and we did it in a living room. The instructions were very simple, to the point. We set it up in 12 minutes, and that was from in a box like this, bag opening it, getting the stuff out, putting it, reading the instructions, putting it together as we went along. It took us 12 to 15 minutes, and when we got inside, there was so much room in there that it was just crazy. There's enough room for us and all our gear, and still have plenty of room. So
it's a good
thing. This tent right here is really, and the good thing about this tent is it has the little screen doors. So it's got the little compartments to where if you needed to open up, so to get air coming through or whatever, it has like the netting window on there, so you can actually do that and get air in there, and to get some breeze in there, or to look outside. You don't want to open it up, but you want to look outside or whatever. So this is a really good tent. So I'm glad I picked this, and I'm glad we got it, because it would definitely come in handy. And the fact that it was so easy to put up and assemble made it even better. The last thing that the fear of always was been with camping situation is the fact that you're going to buy equipment, get to where you need to go, and then you're not able to put it up. Then it's just kind of redeemed useless. So
that's what we got.
So this is what we got. This is our plan. We still have other things we need to get, but
and we'll
it's in the process.
We'll update when we buy. Of course, we need like water, those nutrition bars. What else?
We're looking to get a poncho with the inner and with the blanket insert.
Yes. And there's a lot of other things we need to get, but this is what we got so far, and this is what we got for the house.
Alright, this we got at Walmart for about 70 bucks, 60 something, 70 something, about no more than 70 with tax and all out the door. This is what we got. It's got 25-year shelf life, 72-hour kit for 4 people. It's got 203 servings in it. It weighs like 13 pounds. So it's not heavy. It's not extremely heavy, but it's not something that you could want to carry around on your back all day.
No.
So this is something we have got for the house in case there is an emergency.
But I think with that you need water.
Yeah, we're not.
We haven't opened it yet.
We haven't opened it because we're not sure what to expect inside. We don't want to open it and then that's going to make the shelf life less, or it's not going to be good for whatever long it is. So we haven't opened it.
It has 203 servings for 4 people.
For a 72-hour period. So, we're not sure what it looks like inside, but for the house, I mean, it'll be good. So there's only 2 of us here, so,
And we might end up getting another one.
So, it's kind of one of those things where, you never know sure how much you need to serve and to do what you got to do to survive. So, but this is what we have so far, and we got a lot more we need to get. But like I said, as of right now, this has been $300 with stuff.
And we got double of everything.
And, but we have double, we have 2 bags, same exact stuff in each bag. So, yeah. So we're on our way to getting stuff. You know, like I said, the bags that you make, you have to make them personalized because it's not gonna.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. Some of the stuff, a compass wouldn't do me no good. I don't know how to use a compass. So, you know what's good for one person necessarily may not be good for another person. So it's kind of an individual thing. That's where you got to research. So we do. That's why we went with the MREs. To us, that's going to benefit us more than these other ones are. A lot of matches. You know, like I said, we don't know how to start fires. You know, we're looking into one of the little metal scrape tools where you can just strike it and you know, try to start fires that way. We're gonna look into try to get one of those, but we've never used them, so we may not even know if we can do it. So at least that way we know we have plenty of matches to get us through if we can't use that. But that would be a backup we'd have also. So these are just some of the few things that we do have. When you make your kit, I think it needs to be personalized to a point. You know, if you know you're making a kit and your wife's a girly girl and she goes, "This, I need this."
That's me.
This stuff right here is good. Maybe if you're by a lake or a river, you know, somewhere where you can have water to where you can wash your hair, condition your hair, use your body wash. Okay, maybe, but
That's funny.
you know, so you know, you may want to put this in her kit, but
you never know.
but
You never know.
you know, you got to kind of even it out, I guess you'd say. You got to look at the sense of it could be a total disaster where there's no power, no water, no nothing. It could be just a minor one where the structure you live in is unable to live in it and you can't live there, but you're able to go to the store down the street and purchase items. It just depends on what goes on and, you know, and how equipped you are as far as tools to do that. I'm looking to get a knife. Not sure what kind to get. You know, I don't need nothing fancy as far as like titanium with, you know, I could chop down a redwood tree with it and, you know, skin a bear and everything
Because there's
else.
none of that around her.
Because, you know, I don't know how to skin nothing and I'm too fat to be trying to chop down a big old tree. So, you know, basically I just need a knife. 1 for protection and 2 maybe, you know, need to cut fish, skin some fish when you cook it, or you know, just basic little things. You know, it's just you need to equip yourself with things you know how to use and the knowledge. Some of the tools that some of these camping places probably try to sell you the hype, you know, like, oh, you would need a digital compass and you need a, you know, this and you'll need that, expensive stuff.
Well, we also got walkie-talkies.
Oh yeah, we sure did. We got some walkie-talkies. If you know, it's like anything. They say one thing on the package, but there's always a catch to it. Of course, walkie-talkies, you have to have a clear path. You can't be obstructed with things to talk, because after so far, it just doesn't work. And then there's the FCC thing where there's only certain channels that you can use, and you have to be licensed through the FCC and regulations and all that. So, but we bought these walkie-talkies, and we figured that'd be good, you know, if we're going to venture off from our camp, very, you know, not far, but we need to be able to communicate with each other what's going on, or what we may need, or what's been found, or whatever. It'd be some kind of communication, because cell phones may not work. This way it's just a little more security, you know, and we've already thought about that. Well, if nothing works, your batteries are going to go dead on your walkie-talkies. That is true. We already figured that. Same way with flashlights and everything else. Of course, after a while, you're just not going to have it. And I guess that's where human beings, you're going to have to adapt, and you're going to have to evolve and go from there. They did it way before we were here, our ancestors and stuff lived without batteries and phones and everything else. So, you know, it's gonna have to go back to the basics if anything happens. So, like they say, only the strong will survive. So, you know, you gotta get in where you fit in. So that's where we're at. We're trying to at least trying to fit in somewhere and try to adapt slowly instead of having to adapt fast. So that's it. That's all I have, and hopefully we'll get you an update pretty soon about some new stuff. And if you guys have any questions, comments, like, we don't know nothing about camping stuff, we're just dummies, like probably half the people out there trying to do this and get these kits together, you know, but
just be prepared.
But, you know, like I said, I figure if all us dummies come together, maybe we can come up with some great kit that, you know, that we could share with people. And so, you know, maybe you have some ideas, you know, of what we may need, or maybe you need some ideas of what maybe we have, or maybe, anyway, just give us a comment, give us questions, and we'll get back to you. And between all of us, maybe we can survive all this.
Okay, thanks for watching. See you guys later.